Hello, I'm reaching you from this beautiful golf club in the United Kingdom. You can see the golf club, so lovely in the United Kingdom. So now, I want to talk to you right now about two types of business model that you should consider uh, taking advantage of. There are two major business models that I want to expose to you, and then you now need to check them out and know which one is better for you to grow wealth. The two types of business model, the first one is B2C, and when we say B2C, we mean business to consumers. These are businesses that provide services or products and services to consumers directly. And we also have B2B, that these are businesses that provide products and services to other businesses. All right, they deal with other businesses, unlike the B2C, business to consumers, that actually provide goods and services to consumers directly. Now, the B2C and B2B have their unique advantages and also challenges. So in this video, we're going to consider the both business models and x-ray what their advantages and challenges are, so that you can know what is best suited for you in order to grow wealth. So for a B2C kind of business model whereby you sell directly to consumers, this is a kind of business that you sell directly to consumers. The advantage of this business, the B2C business model, is that three major advantages. The first one is you have a large customer base. When you are selling to the public, for example, you have a supermarket and you sell to the public, people from different area of town can come to patronize you. And or maybe you have a retail shop, or a school where students or people should send their children or wards to your school, or you have maybe a gas station where people come to fill their gas. You have several businesses, or a car wash. Different people from different consumers come to buy your product or services. So that is the first advantage, is that you are not limited to businesses. You have people from all walks of life come to patronize you. So the business has a large amount of consumer, or rather customer base. The second advantage of this business model, the B2C business model, is that you can have good emotional connection with your customers. Since you are dealing directly with customers, you have emotional connection with your customers and actually deal with them, know their challenges. You can get feedback from them as they have used your product or services. They can give you their own feedback, and you can connect with them and know how you can help them to address those feedback. But for a B2B, you don't deal directly with customers or clients. You deal mostly with other businesses, who in turn will now deal directly with consumers. So you don't really have much connection with the end users most time of your product. So this is the second advantage of the B2C business model. The third advantage of the B2C business model, or rather the business to consumer business model, is that you can easily scale the business. There is a high chance of scalability. And when I say high chance of scalability, I mean that such businesses can easily thrive. You can easily grow such businesses, open more branches in the other areas, in other locations of town or other states. You can easily grow that business from without much having much a bureaucracy, or having much concerns, since you are dealing directly with customers, and you don't really have to meet a lot of requirements or meet registration requirements from other businesses. You can grow and scale that business to the next level. So on the other hand, the B2C kind of business model also have some challenges, and I want to show you three challenges that this business model can have. The first one is the business model. There's a high competition for customers. All right, since they are selling directly to customers, to consumers, there is actually a very high, huge competition from other people who are also trying to meet the needs and desires of the customer. So there is a high consumer base, and also as well high competition to get customers or consumers. The second challenge that the B2C business model has is high cost of acquiring new consumers, in the sense that since there's a large competition, as I've just said, marketing and sales and marketing uh, programs could actually be expensive in order to get new customers. So you actually might will be spending so much on customer or consumer acquisition for that business. So the third challenge of this business model, the B2C business model, is high price sensitivity. So because most consumers are always sensitive to price increase. So most times when your competitors reduce price, you might actually lose a lot of your consumers, or a lot of your customers, or the buyers of your product or services. So selling directly to customers or selling directly to consumers might actually have a high price sensitivity, in the sense that you would actually have a very sharp effect on any adjustment you make on prices. That might actually affect your sales instantly, or by a high degree, when you make any adjustment to your sales price. So it's because consumers are very, very sensitive to price. Now, talking about the B2B business model, that is the business to business model. This is a business model whereby you sell your products to other businesses and other companies. For example, you provide software solutions to other companies. You provide consultancy services to other companies. You sell raw materials to other companies. You sell products to other companies. So this business model has a lot of advantages and also some challenges. So I want us to consider the advantages and also the challenges that might be inherent in this type of business. The first advantage is high high sales. All right. So since businesses have money, okay, businesses have money than consumers, so you tend to make more sales if you have good clients. If you have clients that are really, really uh, committed to buying from you, you make more sales in larger quantity, and you make more money from high quantity of sales. So consumers don't have as much money as businesses do. If your products and services are targeted at other companies, you have a high chance of making higher revenue than if you were to sell directly to consumers, because companies have money to spend. Companies could buy in larger quantity. Companies can pay you in larger quantity and a larger amount. So that is one of the first benefits of selling directly to businesses. All right. Another advantage of selling directly to businesses is long-term relationships. All right. So if you have loyal clients, and if you satisfy the needs of your clients, over time, you might be able to do business with such clients for a long time. You might be able to do business with such clients for a long time, and you reap the benefits from meeting the needs of the clients, and in terms of repeated sales, patronage, and more money. The third advantage of meeting the needs of businesses, or selling directly to businesses instead of selling to consumers, is specialized markets. Okay, if you have a specialized market, the competition would be lower. All right, the competition will be lower. Maybe you are providing services or products to companies that has a unique niche, whereby other businesses might not be able to meet. So you enjoy linear growth, and you might not have a very high impact if you should increase the sales amount of your product or your prices. You might not have a sharp decline in sales, just as when what you experience if you were to sell directly to consumers. So you have a lesser impact when you increase price. So because businesses they've got money to spend, businesses have got more money to spend than a consumer. So you would actually enjoy that niche. So if you are selling in a niche, you are meeting the needs of customers, or you're meeting the needs of businesses or companies, whereby that new niche is unique, you will enjoy a lot of advantage and benefits, because you can actually increase prices, and there will not be very, very, very high uh, impact. So on the other hand, the disadvantages or challenges that can come when you sell to businesses instead of selling to clients or to consumers directly about three disadvantages. The first one is a complex sales process. I mean, before you can actually get registered with some companies have high complex registration processes. Before you do business with them, you have to fill a lot of forms, both some of them are hard copy, some of them online. Okay, you need to meet a lot of requirements, and also even when you have registered with such companies to do business with them, you have to have a lot of terms and conditions, you have to sign a lot of papers, and some of them as well, when it is even time to get some jobs, you start sending quotations. They get quotations and bids from different businesses, and then before they now select and select a business or a company or a client that would actually do that. So the sales process is quite complex. Okay, the sales process is quite complex for when you are selling directly to businesses, because if you are to sell to consumers, you don't actually need to have a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of you don't need to actually do a lot of registration or that. You just sell your product directly to consumers. So that is one disadvantage or one challenge that comes from selling to businesses. Okay, so the second challenge that can come from selling to businesses is uh, limited customer base, in the sense that you may have a limited people clients that you deal with. All right, because due to the hard or the stringent processes or the complex process of registering with businesses, so you might not really have so much people, so much clients, so much businesses that you are dealing with, especially if you're a new startup, and that could be actually risky. So when you're actually meeting the needs of, when you're actually relating or selling to few businesses or a limited amount of businesses, that can be risky for your business, because if your businesses stop, if the businesses stop doing business or decide to go for your competitors or stop patronizing you, you'll be at risk, because you just have limited people that you are, limited companies that you are actually meeting their needs. The third and the final challenge that also comes with doing the B2B business model is limited opportunities. All right, limited. I just talked about limited customer base, that it can actually be risky. Also, limited opportunities, in the sense that you have some clients, you are dealing with businesses, and when you deal with such businesses, you might not be open to the consumers directly. So you are actually dealing with only just a handful of businesses, and then you discover that your revenue will actually be tied to those companies that you actually deal with, and that might be risky. All right, so but if you are to do the business to consumers, you are dealing directly with consumers, your potentials are unlimited. That is not to say that you cannot actually build a very large clientele, a very large a customer base of businesses. There are several companies that have grown over time, like the Microsoft, Google, and all the rest of Alphabet, and all the rest of that. They have a lot of clients, a lot of businesses that they deal with. All right, so those are big companies that have grown over time. But as a startup, you might have this challenge of having this limited customer base. You might have the challenge of having limited businesses that you actually deal with. And if anything happens to just those businesses or their relationship with you, your business or your company might be at risk. All right, so now in comparison, I wouldn't ask you to actually go for the B2B or the B2C. I've showed you the advantage and disadvantage of such the two types of business model. So it is now left for you to now look at them and see which one is better for you, based on your unique situation, based on your capital, based on the industry that you have the skill, the skill, the experience. All right, you are entering into. All right, so you would actually have to make that decision yourself, and but nothing stops you from actually having the two types of business model, because you can actually have a business that deal directly to its consumers. You can as well have a business model or a business that operates on the business model of the B2B. All right, so you can actually explore both types of business model and reap the benefits that come from both. So that is actually it for this video. So till I come your way next time with your useful content, please, I want you to kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. Kindly please join our Telegram channel. In that Telegram channel, I share useful content. We relate with one another and we share ideas on how we can actually grow and become better in the world of business and entrepreneurship. If you found value from this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe to this to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted when I post new videos. Till I come your way next time with another useful content, do have a wonderful day ahead. Bye.